Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, no matter where you're watching this presentation from. Michael Firth is my name, founding Field Advisory Board member and Crown with Neumi. And it's my pleasure to be your presenter for the next 20 minutes or so as we give you a full and in-depth understanding on the amazing products and opportunity available with Neumi Worldwide. Now, we are in about 74 countries now, which is unheard of in the first 3 years of any company's business. Let me give you a bit of background on me as a presenter before I get into this, because I find if I'm watching a presentation, I'm wondering, who is this person? How do they qualify to talk on the topic? So my background prior to Neumi, 17 years ago, I was a national sales coach in the Australian, New Zealand mortgage markets, and I love my job with a passion. Maybe you do. And what happened is, as I worked my way further and further up the corporate world, what I found is the more money I had, the less time I had. And so someone came to me with a breakthrough in the glutathione nutrition area about 17 years ago, and I got started with that company. And I don't make ridiculous projections, but after about 2 years, I had a similar income that I had in the corporate world, but I was working way less hours and I kind of had my lifestyle back. So I was sold on that from that day forward. So what's the relevance to Neumi? Because Neumi only launched 3.5 years ago. Well, the founder of that particular company was a gentleman by the name of Stephen K. Scott, and happens to be the very same founder of Neumi. So let's get into the presentation and kick off. So firstly, welcome to today's presentation. Who is Neumi? We are the trailblazers, the innovators, dedicated to revolutionizing health and wellness through our cutting edge technology called hydrostat molecular encapsulation delivery. Now, we're going to spend quite a bit of time talking about hydrostat because that is the uniqueness that Neumi has and invented, and we produce in our own internal office, and no one has access to anything remotely like it. I'm going to cover off the differences, but I want to start with the problem facing the world right now. And the problem is absorption. Studies show that 90% of oral supplements are not fully absorbed by the body, and most goes down the toilet. This means that only a fraction of the nutrients that any nutrition supplement you take actually reach the cells where they're needed. Now, companies think the best way to handle this is just pump more and more and more ingredients, praying that some of it gets to the right place. In our case, we've solved the issue instead using hydrostat. So we're transforming health with breakthrough science. So our proprietary production process made in-house sets us apart, delivering high-quality products that embody our commitment to excellence. Now, personally, I helped start this company by helping find the investors 6 years ago for this breakthrough. And my friend that put in a lot of money said it's the smartest decision that they've ever made. So let's talk about the three things that make this unique discovery very different from anything else. First one is cell size. Now, if you don't know this, a human hair is 80 to 100,000 nanometers. So on the top here, it says Neumi's molecular ingredients are between 10 and 100 millimicrons, which is nanometers. So what does that mean? Well, there is a lot of products on the market that call themselves nanotechnology, and they might get down to a couple of hundred nanometers. Let's say a liposomal, for example, maybe there's 60 nanometers. What's the difference? Well, unfortunately, trying to take some ingredients and put them into a cell is like trying to drive a bus through a keyhole. They're just too big. In fact, if you have something over 30 nanometers, you will not penetrate the blood-brain barrier. If you can get something under 10, as shown on the screen here that we do, you can penetrate to a human cell, putting you in a totally unique position in terms of absorption. The second thing is surface area. So a quick science lesson. Our cells can absorb only the section of a molecule that it can touch. So if you look at that diagram on the right, showing how it's going through and touching, that's normal, the way nutrition works. In our case, we have nano-sized and we can have 200 times greater surface contact, which means you get way better absorption. The third thing is the delivery method. Neumi uses ultra-purified water molecules in our process, which is our proprietary process no one else has, to wrap those nutrition nanoparticles to get absorption. Other companies use liposomal or lipids. Lipids are fats. Fats can attract toxins, so you don't have any of the potential toxicity with our product that lipids do. So you never have to take a break from taking the products. You can take them as much as you like. So just briefly, as I said, hydrostat, there are three things that are totally unique in a delivery method, which means that's why it's much more potent than any other way of accessing any nutrition supplements. Also makes them way more effective and cheaper, I might add. So now we're able to get product into the cells. Let's look at an ingredient called glutathione. That's the ingredient I talked about that I was involved with 17 years ago. So effectively, glutathione, quick science lesson on this one, it's your master antioxidant of the body. It's the protector, the detoxifier of your cells. It's the key to life, health, performance, longevity of every human cell. Glutathione also recycles itself and recycles the effectiveness of vitamin C and D and so forth. Now, it's the most studied molecule in the world that you've probably never heard of. Glutathione has 188,000 studies on PubMed these days, which is the world scientific website for peer-reviewed studies, as compared with something you would take for granted, like, say, vitamin C, with only 78,000 studies. So this is interesting because what do the doctors say? The doctors actually say things like it's the most powerful antioxidant you've probably never heard of. It's the key to fighting off disease that you feared the most. It's called glutathione. They also say if you are chronically run down, if you're chronically fatigued, if your body's just not firing on all cylinders, maybe low glutathione's part of it, maybe the cause and the effect. So when you talk about glutathione, it is normal for your glutathione levels to deplete with age. In fact, they say around 20 years of age, you have optimal levels. And then as you age, glutathione decreases. And you can see here, oxidative stress as you get older increases. And when the two paths cross, that's when the door opens to the nasty things. In fact, they call inflammation the silent killer, and there are 80 different conditions linked to low levels of glutathione and high levels of oxidative stress. So your glutathione levels drop when you're a healthy individual with age, but other things can decrease it further. Continuous attacks on your cells by invasion of toxins, heavy metals, exposure to radiation, free radicals, all expedite the aging process. And levels are even more depleted when you have an injury, infection, or some kind of disease. So what are the benefits of glutathione? Well, they say there's a high level of extensive health and performance anti-aging benefits, but let's look at low levels. So low levels weaken your immune system, physical and mental fatigue, muscle weakness and aches, inflammation, premature aging and disease, dull and dry skin, grey hair, balding, brain fog. Who's ever had that? Headaches, digestive issues, allergies, weight gain. So low levels are not good for you. What if you could increase them? Well, boosted immune system, sustained mental and physical energy, optimal athletic performance. I'm going to show you people just getting spectacular results in a minute on some testimonials. Balanced inflammation, delayed aging and disease, healthy radiant skin, decreased graying or balding of hair, balanced digestion, reducing allergic reactions and weight management. Now that's an ingredient we're talking about, which you can access from lots of companies. However, there's some issues when it talk about that, which we've solved with Hydrostat. So let's talk about our Hydrostat product breakthrough. We have various products. The first one I'm going to say is a disclaimer. Our products are not designed to treat, cure, or prevent any disease. We give you nutrition to the cells to let your body do what it does more effectively. Okay, so the problem with glutathione, and remember, I've been in this industry of glutathione for 17 years. The problem is it decreases with age and environmental reasons, plus there isn't a practical way to get it in the cells. Now, what are your options? Well, you could have a glutathione intravenous. That'll cost you a few $100s and only last a few days. It's a good solution, but very expensive. You could take precursors, which I dealt with for many years. If you have gut issues, that will mean you won't absorb like everybody else. So it's a bit hit and miss with those. Plus, they're about twice the price of this product. Third one is liposomals. And again, lipids attract toxins. It was a great method, but now we've purified that, not needing to use fats with our breakthrough. And of course, again, they're more expensive as well. So the first product we developed is called NutraSwish. NutraSwish uses our proprietary process of shrinking the particles and delivering them into the bloodstream in 30 seconds flat. And we include in this product glutathione, but also cysteine. L-cysteine is a building block of glutathione that your body needs to produce more itself. Never before have we been able to get both of them into the cells in 30 seconds. Curcumin, and also other ingredients like vitamin C, which helps glutathione do its job better. Now, it's a very simple product. All you need to do is take off the cap. There's a little tiny measurer. You fill that up, put it in your mouth, you swish it like a mouthwash for about 30 seconds. And believe it or not, subliminally, all of the product is absorbed into your bloodstream in 30 seconds before needing to go through the gut. We don't need to go through the gut at all. But if you swallow it, some of the ingredients may still get through. Glutathione and cysteine will not, because they're fragile molecules and wouldn't get through the digestive process anyway. So what sort of benefits do you see? immune system boost, joint support, clean and sustained energy, and rapid recovery, which leads to increased performance in sports, which you'll see in a minute. What's another problem? Skincare. Now, I've got a friend who is a skincare educator training beauty therapists across the world, and she says 0.03% of most skincare gets beyond the first layer of the skin. It's almost like having Glad wrap on your face and everything you put on doesn't absorb. Plus, a lot of skincares are complex. You've got 5, 6, 7-step process. They're ineffective, super expensive, and some contain harmful ingredients. So we've solved all of that really simply with Neumi Skin. So we take the same process, shrink particles so they can absorb glutathione, which is great for the skin, but also hyaluronic acid, which plumps the skin with moisture, curcumin, which is a great antiviral, and collagen, which is a little bit like the springs in your mattress. How do you use this product? Real simple. Take your glasses off, spray it, and that's it. Now, guys do that, ladies do that. One product can replace numerous products and you'll get greater results. The before and afters I'll show you later are amazing. So the sort of things you see is helping reducing pore size, smoothing skin texture, lifting and firming, brightening and evening the skin tone. You'll see some great photos in a minute. Reducing fine lines and wrinkles and fighting skin aging pollutants. What's another problem? Well, let's talk about energy drinks. Oh my God, there's so many young people these days just guzzling down energy drinks that are full of really harmful stuff. Well, we've solved that issue by giving you clean energy. Now, this is available in most markets around the world, not Asia yet, but it's coming. So we use the same hydrostat process to maximize absorption of things like arginine, magnesium gluconate, L-theanine, caffeine, proven ingredients for health of your brain. What's interesting is this product is fully endorsed by the American Brain Council. They're saying the results they're seeing are spectacular. Enhanced memory, improved mood, increased focus, rapid energy, and a heightened cognitive performance. And I know brain health is a big topic these days as more and more people are having a decline. So now, another problem. I was talking to my wife about this just yesterday. Environmental disruptors, BPA, so many different things that are affecting, people are eating soya products that are affecting their estrogen and so forth. So that's an issue. We've taken proven ingredients again, and this is only available currently at the time of this recording in Mexico, USA, and Canada. But we've taken proven ingredients that are botanicals that already work, but we've made them way more effective. And we even had a double-blind placebo-controlled test with some doctors that proved 80% of women had great results with this product, alleviating bloating, cramps, and PMS. You'll see some examples in a minute. Supporting healthy immune hormone function, helping with hot flashes and night swishes, sometimes completely eliminating those, and enhancing mood and overall well-being. Let's talk about some testimonials. This is Lachlan from Melbourne, Australia, 24-year-old powerlifting athlete, personal trainer, and gym manager. Week 3, training with this product. He said, amazing. No soreness from previous weekly sessions, already hitting personal bests. Week 4, he says, wow, personal best including 270 kilogram for 2 deadlifts, first time ever. Now, we have a guy called Bill Gillespie who, believe it or not, in his 60s lifted more than his 50s and busted a world record doing exactly the same using the product. Another bit of feedback is Danae, 34-year-old homeschooling mother of 3, and she says, as soon as I started using NutraSwish, I got all this energy, but when I got onto the Hertz product, wow, mood swings, bloating, breast tenderness, all PMS symptoms disappeared. Let's talk about someone who's older using NutraSwish. We've seen some young people. Greg, 58-year-old, and he was a competitive mountain bike racer for most of his life. And in his 20s, he would find that he could do a half-day event, then he was just spent, and that was it. Now at 58, he's able to go out and do multiple days of riding with energy to spare. He has better mental clarity, no muscle soreness, and recovery is faster. Let's talk about the brain product. Using the same concept of shrinking particles, we're taking proven ingredients, and Jean says what she's seeing is, wow, I love this testimonial. Wow. Neuro is a noticeable cognitive focus, clarity, memory, and energy boosting, get a ton of stuff done swish that I won't go a day without. And people who know her says she has a severe energy, attention span, and memory deficit, and this is over and above the NutraSwish product as well. Let's go back to someone older, get older. This is Keith. It says rockstar. He's actually a networker. 61-year-old. After suffering over almost a year with severe discomfort in his neck and shoulders from an injury, 48 hours after using it, he slept all night and hadn't done that for almost a year. Eventually, he was eliminating all discomfort and able to get back to his weight routine, and he's stronger than he ever has been at 61. Now, I can attest to this. I'm 56, and at the gym, I'm lifting more weight than I have in my entire life thanks to these products. Let's show you some amazing transformations with the Neumi Skin product. I mentioned earlier, a friend of mine is a skincare educator, training beauty therapist. This is one of her clients. And Elaine swears she did not lose any weight when she was using the product, but you can see the tightness in her neck. That's the collagen tightening it up, right? You can also see the difference in the brightness in the skin, fine lines and pore size around her lips. Just amazing, just 4 weeks. All skin types. Let's go over to Indonesia where the business is exploding. Linda says she used, before Neumi Skin, her skin was dull and rough, but after just 17 days, look at that. It's amazing the difference you can see in that lady's skin, brightness. She also reported feeling stronger and more enthusiastic and sleeping deeper using the NutraSwish product as well. Let's talk about all skin types around the world. This lady is actually from Nigeria in her 80s. Now you can instantly see the difference in her skin, looks more even right across the board after just 4 weeks. The final one, oh, actually, there's one more. This one's the turkey necks. Who doesn't want to get rid of a turkey neck? This is Donna from the USA, and she was blown away with the results after 8 weeks. You can see it's so spectacular. Look, notice her neck. It looks like she aged backwards. And the final one I want to show you, I mentioned that I helped Steve find the investors for this breakthrough about 7 years ago. Well, Sherry was around at that time, so she's lucky enough to be using this product like me for 6 years before Neumi launched. Look at the before and after photograph. She's actually 62. Crazy the difference you can get with this product. Now, if you want to see more before and after photographs and interviews and so forth, the only place to go on the internet is Neumi New You official Facebook group. You'll have to answer some questions like who invited you and agree to group rules to get in. Once you're in there and you've done those 2 steps, you can see some spectacular feedback. What I just showed you is the tip of the iceberg. So let's talk about our vision. Who's behind Neumi? I mentioned my beautiful friend Steve Scott earlier. Steve spent his whole life searching for breakthrough products and purchasing the rights exclusively and marketing them on TV. Over the years, he generated $4 billion in sales. You probably know the Total Gym with Christy Brinkley and Chuck Norris. That's Steve's baby. Now, he went into retirement until he found the biggest breakthrough his entire life, and that's what you're looking at now, and that's what I said about finding the investors for about 7 years ago. And here we are, one of the fastest growing businesses in the world in the network marketing industry. After about a week of business, we brought on our president and CEO, Aaron Rennett. He took another company into 47 countries over 13 years. He's been able to take us into 74 countries now, 2 opening up soon. And he's done that in only 3 years, which is spectacular because we're the most field-driven, responsive company in the industry. We also have a medical and science advisory board, which will blow your mind. If you go to neumi.com and you click on medical advisory board, you're going to see Stanford, Harvard, scientists, doctors, experts in nutrition delivery who say they've used every form of nutrition delivery known to man, and nothing has been as effective in the results that they are seeing across the board. Finally, let's talk about execution. We could have gone with Steve's prowess in the infomercial world and done online TV, but instead we decided to go into the home-based business industry as a field-driven company. During COVID, the statistics showed that this industry grew. Why? People are now looking for more stable forms of income. They're not feeling secure in their jobs and so forth. And during the same period, we grew way faster than the industry. 72 countries, 74 soon. We're opening Thailand and Japan as we speak, over 200,000 members. Revolutionary tools for free and free membership perks. For example, some companies will sell you a travel platform to give you 70% off travel. We get the same one for free. They're selling it for $1,000. We get it for free. There's all sorts of perks, and we do not have any membership fees for life. Finally, let's talk about the opportunity, and I'll quickly touch on some aspects. You may be watching this going, wow, what a great product. I'd like my return on investment. Maybe you want to get your product for free. That's easy. Recommend a few friends. Or maybe you want a residual income or a side gig. That's also possible. Or like me, you might want to build a legacy asset. Now, I didn't say it at the start, but I'll tell you now how Neumi's been amazing for me. Now, I want to say this is not an income claim. Our compensation plan, I want to refer that a slower version of that to give full details, but market conditions, skills, everything can vary from person to person. So there's no specific guarantees. For me, 7 years ago, before Neumi existed, when Steve was looking for the investors, I just lost everything. Unfortunately, got into business with some unscrupulous people, got ripped off, lost everything financially. Within 12 months of Neumi, I was able to build up to a bigger income than I've ever earned, even at the top of the corporate world. So it's a massive opportunity for you if you're looking for that. So let's touch on the compensation plan. Firstly, I want to tell you that we pay 53 cents in the dollar. Most companies pay 50% of the BV, which converts to 27 cents in the dollar, or maybe 38 cents in the dollar on the top end. No one pays anywhere close to what we're paying because our cost of production in-house is quite low. So let's talk about weekly commissions. We pay 43% in the weekly commissions, and straight away, an industry term sponsor, anyone you introduce, personally, you'll earn 25% on anything they purchase. Okay. Then the key is, who do they know that you don't know? So you can actually earn another 6 levels, 3% per level on person as you go down that line. And that's a very lucrative weekly commission. That brings us to the monthly commissions. We have what we call a roadmap to get the plane off the ground. It's not your permanent focus, it's just your getting started focus. Find 3 people who purchase 100 PV or 100 points or 100 US dollars worth of product, and will pay you $50 per month on top of your current bonuses from the second month onwards. Then we don't need you to introduce thousands. Just help those 3 find 3. We'll pay you $250 per month on top of all your other bonuses as this structure bonus. You'll need to qualify as a senior member to do that, which you'll see in the full compensation plan overview. Level 3, help those 3 find 3. Now you can earn up to $1,500. Now, I love the fact that you could earn $1,500 before the person who introduced you does, because if they don't have 3 and you do, you'll earn more money than them. It doesn't matter where you fit in, you can earn more than the person before you, which is exciting. Then it leads us to our profit sharing pool worldwide. You might be building the business in Australia and the business goes berserk in Indonesia or Europe, but you, if you are profit sharing as a 2-star, will earn a 1% bonus on all the international sales for collective with all the 2 stars. As you go to 3-star, another percentage. And as you go through diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, and crown, we pay more and more and more on that global profit sharing pool. The uni level is for long-term growth. So what happens is immediately as you start, you will qualify for 3 levels in our uni level. And then as you grow your business to a senior member with 1,500 points, you'll actually earn 4, then 5, then 6 in the first basic levels of the business. As you grow to a leadership rank across the top, you can see that that's where the structural requirements come in, and eventually you can get yourself right to crown. Now, once we get through the leadership ranks, we also have an infinity bonus. So diamond and beyond, we will pay you a capped out bonus of a maximum of 2,500 from your total team, 5,000 as a double diamond, 10,000 triple diamond, and 15,000 as a crown. I might add, that's on top of all the other bonuses. That's just the infinity bonus on its own. And there is more levels coming. In January, we're launching double crown, triple crown, and president. So it doesn't stop there. So let's talk about support and next steps. Well, there is resources, technology, and weekly calls to support you. So firstly, resources. We have training videos called the Neumi 123 process that everyone's using worldwide, and the 130-10 structure philosophy. Make sure you watch those. We have business planning tools, access to marketing assets. We have a free app that costs us quite a lot of money that we give to everyone for free. We have company Facebook groups, like I said, like Neumi New You. And every week, 3 times a week, we run calls on Neumi TV to support you. So as we wrap up, you have 3 options having watched the presentation. Maybe A, 1, you're ready to get started. Contact the person who sent you here. B, 2, you want to try the product, reach out to the person who invited you, or maybe you need more information as well. Any answer is fine with us. We thank you for watching Neumi today, and I look forward to seeing you on the next live presentation. All the best.